What I want to announce today, a settlement is coming. A settlement offer is coming soon.
Baby, you my oxygen, you're getting me high.
Greetings, this is me, Kyle, on how to defeat a narcissist. And we just seen the perfect blueprint by Justin Baldoni, but more specifically, Bryan Freedman. We just seen how he strategized from day one to right now on how to defeat a narcissist. And today is the third day after the alleged accusations of Blake Lively blackmailing Taylor Swift.
So somebody who is privy to these emails and communications and threats, someone who is, again, close to Swift or close to Blake, is speaking to Wayfair that we don't know about. And they would have close enough proximity to them that they would be telling them this information because they're a close confidant of one of them.
So who was the person? Who was Unexpected Dragon? Who was the person that very clearly after this Super Bowl thing got upset? Drum roll, please, you guys. Allegedly, Taylor Swift's father, Scott Swift.
So what I want to announce today, a settlement is coming. A settlement offer is coming soon.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. I think I'm stating the obvious when I say a lot of folks are over this It Ends With Us lawsuit and they want it to stop. And one of those people I hear now from multiple sources is Bob Iger himself, the CEO of Disney.
I'm not just speculating, I'm adding up all the details that I've been listening to without a crystal ball. Katie gives some informative inside information, and I'm just adding all the information up together.
Lively's attorneys met with Wayfair's attorneys for a meet and confer, and they were fighting over some of the documents, specifically about net worth and transactions and money that had been liquidated from public shares and companies. And they asked that it be denied based on, we will give the documents. This is premature and it's all irrelevant because we were going to give them anyway. But they were fighting about the net worth, specifically that being an issue.
On the surface, people are saying, well, that's insignificant. Why are you requesting financial documents when that's irrelevant? Well, it's relevant if you're trying to come up with a settlement offer. Another thing that Katie disclosed was that Blake Lively team knew about this inside informant that had contacted Justin Baldoni and let them know that Taylor Swift was being blackmailed, allegedly. According to Katie, the lawyers for Blake Lively knew about this weeks ago.
Blake's side has known for at least a couple weeks that Bryan Freedman was targeting Taylor's attorneys. They've known this, right? And they've known that they're looking for something related to attorneys' communication with Taylor's attorneys. They told them as much in the document that was filed in the DC court and said, from the best we can tell from the subpoena, you're looking for information of conversations between one of our attorneys and one of their attorneys, because he's looking for information connected to Gottlieb and Baldrige, okay? So they've known this at least since April 28th.
They've had time to prepare for it, hence why they're asking for financial documents. And the letter needs to be thrown out. It's irrelevant. It doesn't even apply to this court because the subpoena is in Washington, D.C. So why did Bryan Freedman even present this letter?
Because they're calling it irrelevant, and abusive. It should be unnecessary to respond to anonymously sourced, baseless allegations recklessly leveled without any supporting evidence. As a legal matter, the Freedman letter is improper. It does not seek any form of relief, is irrelevant to any motion currently pending before the court, and serves no legitimate purpose.
Bryan Freedman is using public relations to his client's benefit. And that's what Bryan Freedman did so cleverly. He didn't have to disclose that letter, but he's basically telling Blake Lively's team, look, if you're going to present a settlement, you better hurry up because I'm going to keep disclosing private information that makes your client look bad. That's the reason why he disclosed that letter. And he's basically telling them, you need to hurry up and give us a reasonable settlement offer before I disclose more information. Because the fact that she or Blake Lively is blackmailing Taylor Swift, I mean, look at me. Can't even fathom.
It's amazing the level of narcissism and brazenness and just delusion, self-delusion that she must have to think that she can antagonize Taylor Swift this way and threaten her. Taylor Swift, a $1 billion operation.
I can't fathom that their team would allow that information to come out to the public.
He wants them to know, even in following the subpoena, that, yeah, we're working with them because nobody else would have this message.
Let me disclose private information that the entire public has access to, or I'm going to threaten to disclose this information in order to compel somebody else to do something that they do not want to do. Isn't that what the blackmail allegations of Blake Lively was all about? She wanted Taylor Swift to do something that Taylor wasn't comfortable doing. And if she didn't, she was going to disclose private information to the public. We, the public, we are just, what do they call it, indirect objects in the games that these power people play with each other to get other people to do what they want them to do, to compel them. Isn't that what everybody's so-called afraid about with Puffy Combs is, are those tapes that can come to surface? Yes. No one wants their private information for public consumption.
And what does this mean for Ryan and Blake? They probably should back down immediately because you are not winning a war with somebody that can inspire $4.3 billion for the United States GDP by going on tour. Okay, you're just not going to win that war at all.
This is why I feel an settlement offer is imminent. I mean, if you're Blake Lively's team, you should have been put the settlement offer. But you're stubborn, you're narcissistic, allegedly, you know it all, and nothing that somebody can tell you is going to persuade you from not going through on your lawsuit. Well, I think we just found the magic bullet that's going to persuade Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and the other domino chips to form a settlement offer.
So you're going to come around, you're just going to threaten everybody that eats off of Taylor Swift by saying, we're going to show you the real Taylor Swift. And you don't think that daddy or mommy dragon is going to wake up and be like, it's not going down like this?
If you want to know more on how to defeat a narcissist, tune into our show. We're going to have more detailed information on the patterns, the narcissistic behaviors, the patterns. They all have the same blueprint. They never divert from the blueprint of projection, the blueprint of deflection, transference, over stimulating you with information so you can get overwhelmed, so you can just tap out and surrender. Yeah, they all have the same playbook, which makes it predictable. And if something is predictable, then there's something that we, and the rest of the world who are so-called victims, because we're really not, there's something that we can do to defeat the narcissist. And Bryan Freedman and Justin Baldoni show a perfect example of the playbook to defeat a narcissist.